So what I really like about the Star Wars annual comics is the fact that they don't really adhere to the overarching story or anything else that they're telling you in the other comics. You can just pick it up and have a great one-off. We saw this with the two previous ones, so in the third Star Wars annual, the story is going to shift to something a little bit more personal with Leia and Han Solo. Now these two characters, of course, we know where they end up inevitably, but it's the journey of how they got there and how these two characters really went from sort of just hating each other to inevitably falling in love and having a child. And in this we see that Han, of course, did the Han thing and got them in trouble by doing his smuggler stuff. And we see that they're being chased by one of the creatures that was in episode 7, which coincidentally enough, the creature with all those teeth, whose name I can't remember right now, has appeared in some other comics recently because they got to make sure it has that synergy with everything that's happening in the movies. And they survive that, but the story gets a little bit more personal due to Han once again being hunted by bounty hunters who have been sent by Jabba the Hutt. Now this is directly, of course, a sequel to what happens in A New Hope. It's in that time between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back where everything is still a little shaky and all the characters aren't the characters we're used to in those relationships. And what we see here is that Leia has this feeling for Han that isn't necessarily hatred, but she hates how he gets stuck in these situations and tries to play it off like nothing is wrong. He's very childish in some ways, and he's very, I don't want to say like apprehensive of getting to know her, but he doesn't feel the same way as he does in Empire. You can see that this is definitely building up that relationship where he's falling in love with the person she is because it's the last person he would ever find himself with. And this comic definitely nails that feeling. Now we also get back history on how Han treated these people bad and how, of course, he got one of them actually stuck in one of these Imperial detentions for 1 year. And if you've seen Rebels or any of that, you know that the Empire is a grueling place where slavery and all of this is being run, but they try to hide it. So this guy has a personal vendetta. And there's a great moment in this where almost all of them die, and it's down to Han really kind of letting Leia know how he feels without directly saying it, which I think builds up that relationship even further. So this comic honestly has a lot of good heart in it, which is something I didn't expect because I didn't know what was going to be in this. And I think it's a great annual to pick up just on the side if you just want a little bit more on these two's relationship. I would give it a solid 8.5 with some great art, just getting a shout out because it looks absolutely beautiful in this.